If you're gonna call me Abyss, make sure you put Miraculous in front of it. Luka and shippers are about to be mad at this video. Don't tell me to go to hell. I vacation there. I really don't though, I promise. Hey guys, I'm Wiley. Welcome to AnimePuffz. Today we're gonna be talking about whether or not Luka is a simp and whether or not Marinette takes advantage of him. So if you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Share if you care. And while you're at it, check out my Miraculous Ladybug playlist. I have a ton of Miraculous Ladybug videos that I think you would like. So let's get to it. Okay, so I'm gonna start this video off by defining the term simp because there's multiple definitions. So I have two definitions. One I found from Urban Dictionary, the other I found from dictionary.com. Alright, so this is the dictionary.com version. Simp is a slang insult for men who are seen as too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of a failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attention or activity from them. The word simp is meant to troll young men for doing anything for a girl to get some action he supposedly deserves. Okay, so we're not going to use that definition. So we're not going to insult Luka. This video is not meant to bash Luka or any men. I think that men should be free to express themselves, whether that mean in masculine ways or in feminine ways. Like, they should just be free to express themselves. So we're not going to use that version. We're going to use the Urban Dictionary version, surprisingly. So the Urban Dictionary version says, a simp is someone who does way too much for a person they like. In all actuality, I think that Luka is not a simp. I just think that he has simp-like behaviors. And I'm going to explain to you guys why. Okay, so this is going to be an in-depth analysis. So we first meet Luka in the Captain Hardrock episode. We're at a house party. Marinette and Luka have a little guitar jam session and they instantly vibe, they instantly connect, they make each other laugh. And Luka actually teaches Marinette a couple strings on the guitar. And I was here for it. I was like, yay! Finally, Marinette is acting somewhat normal. Finally, she's getting over her feelings for Adrian. She's moving on to bigger and better things. But I still love Adrian. I love Adrian. He's such a good guy. But yeah, so they vibe out. But then we see that Adrian later walks through the door and Marinette completely tosses Luka to the side. And she basically kind of like, Luka didn't say so, but I kind of felt like she embarrassed him and she humiliated herself. Like, she looked like so bad in that moment. She just throws Luka to the side and just rushes over to Adrian, who is with Kagami. So it's like, what the heck are you doing, girl?
Hi, Adrian. It's cool you couldn't come alone. I mean, you came with someone.
And then we see Marinette deny her feelings for Luka when Aya basically kind of like talks to her about it and questions her about it. It's like, why are you denying your feelings, girl? You ain't gotta lie, Craig. You ain't gotta lie. Guys, let me know if you know where that line is from. And then we see that Luka constantly compliments Marinette, so he's really feeling her. When they get like locked up because of Captain Hardrock, Luka basically says that she's really smart and tactful when she finds a way to basically free them. So that was like that was cute. That was cute.
Wow, how'd you do that?
With this.
You're amazing. A real magician, Marinette.
You think so? Oh, it was nothing. Amazing? Really?
And then we see Luka again in the Frozen episode and I was so excited. But we don't see him for the right reasons. Oh, my heart. I want them to be together. The pain. The agony. Okay, so basically Adrian wants Marinette's help with, you know, talking to Kagami. So he basically asks Marinette to come along with them on their ice skating date, and she brings Luka. And it's just like, Marinette, you still have feelings for Adrian. Why are you dragging Luka along with this? Like, you should have just told Adrian no. Like, no. But she does so, and then half the time that she's there, Luka is like being so supportive of her, helps her with her ice skating. He builds her confidence a little bit, and she does pay attention to him, but she's more so focused on Adrian and Kagami. Ugh. And then at the end of that episode, Luka asks Marinette if she wants to basically ride on the metro with him, and instead of going with him, kind of sidesteps him and ditches him to basically talk to Adrian. So I was like, oh, Luka. But he doesn't seem to take this too hard though, because he understands that while Marinette does have feelings for him, he's basically not entitled to receive anything from her. So that's the reason why we're not going with that like dictionary.com version of the word simp. But Luka does have simp-like behaviors, and if we're talking about Urban Dictionary, he may be a bit of a simp. So I think that
Do you want to take the subway together, Marinette? You should probably go over and talk to him. Thanks for inviting me out today.
Thanks for coming with me, Luka.
Luka's a good guy because he doesn't feel entitled for Marinette to like him back, but he does get the inkling that she does like him back, and if, you know, she basically sets aside her feelings for Adrian, they could be together and they could have a successful relationship, because he even tells the ice skating instructor that he may have a new song in his heart while glancing at Marinette. So that was like a really cute moment. So I think there's a difference between hoping to be with someone, like we all do that. Like, we have a crush on someone, obviously we want them to be with us. We have the hope that they'll be with us or they'll change their minds, but we don't feel entitled or feel like we have to force them to be with us. I think that's where things get like a little bit, you know, on the darker side. And then we have the silencer episode where I was like, okay, Luka is so smooth and he's so protective, because after a music manager basically rips off Luka and Marinette's band, basically ripping off Luka's song and ripping off Marinette's, you know, costume design. Like, she designed a mask and he basically stole Marinette's design. Luka basically stands up for her and lets the manager know that what he did was wrong and that he should apologize to Marinette. So that was like so sweet. And then we do see for the first time, and I think this was like the first or only time, where we see that Marinette actually stands up for Luka as well. And she's basically going hard for the both of them. Like, you can't rip either one of us off, so they were both pissed off about that.
The music, the dance moves, they're all the same.
There's no comparison.
That's not true. You copied Marinette's costumes.
And it's the exact same song. You stole Luka's music.
Oh, come on, let's not.
So it's like that's the first time where Luka's actions and feelings were reciprocated. But then we have the Desperada episode where, oh my gosh, this was like such a juicy episode. I enjoyed it immensely. However, I was like, oh, poor Luka. Poor Luka. Where basically for the whole episode, Marinette basically ignored him, or she basically made him her second to last choice and every single decision that she made in that episode. So we first see that Jagged Stone got into some, you know, drama with his guitarist. So he's asking Marinette if she knew another guitarist. Instead of recommending Luka, who obviously just taught her chords in a couple episodes ago, who she's worked with in a band, who has a guitar, but it's obvious that he's a guitarist, she basically says that Adrian can do the job. And even Adrian tells her, like, Marinette, I only know a couple strings, but like, I'm not that good at the guitar. And she insists on, you know, ignoring Luka and saying that Adrian can do it. So it's like, that's kind of like a slap in Luka's face. And then for the second instance of Marinette passing Luka up was when Luka and Adrian devised a plan to basically help out Ladybug later on in that episode, after Jagged Stone's guitarist gets acomatized. Ladybug doesn't automatically give Luka the Miraculous when Cat Noir doesn't come. So it's like, that was the second time. And then for the third time, she gives it to Adrian, knowing that Luka was the better choice, and it's been screaming that he's the better choice the whole entire episode. So she always passes him up. And he only gets the Miraculous, the Snake Miraculous, when Adrian fails at the job. So it's just like, oh, Luka. But Luka does not seem to be fazed by this, and this is alarming to me, because, again, Luka is not entitled to be with Marinette just because he has feelings for her or because he does nice things for her. However, it's wrong of Marinette to basically lead him on if she's not going to act on her emotions. If she isn't feeling Luka, she doesn't want to be with him, she has her eyes set on Adrian, leave Luka alone, just be friends. But instead she kind of like leads him on. And we even see that she even kisses him in one of the episodes, which I'm going to get into. So in the Loveater episode, we open up the episode with Marinette helping out her parents at the bakery. And she's supposed to basically take some treats and deliver it to a hotel for her parents. And she's running late, so Luka stops by and tells her that he is working on a song for her. Aww. And he tells her that if she needs a ride, he'll take her. So he takes her to the hotel and she kisses him on the cheek. I'm like, Marinette, why are you doing that?
Thanks, Luka.
So in the Loveater episode, we see that Marinette feels guilty for the mistake that she made with Master Fu, and she also feels like a huge burden is placed on her and that she can't be herself. Luka reaffirms her that she can basically be herself with him, and they embrace, and she just has this moment where she cries. And then we see later on in the Miracle Queen episode, Marinette apologizes for this. And I feel like women should not apologize for their feelings. Men should not apologize for their feelings either. Like, we should be able to cry if we need to without people judging us. Because sometimes it's just necessary to let out that, you know, anger and frustration and that sorrow. Sometimes it's just absolutely necessary. Then Marinette asks Luka about the song that he's supposed to make, and he basically asks her like if she's still thinking about Adrien, and she hesitates. And then this is where we see like the swarm of wasps come, and Luka takes the hit for her. He doesn't let her get subjected, so he takes the hit for her, proving that he's a great guy. We see that Marinette finally comes to terms with the fact that Kagami and Adrien may actually be together, and she moves on with Luka, and he plays a song for her. But my issue with this was that she only allows him to play the song for her after Adrien kind of like moves away from her and goes closer to Kagami. So it's like, again, he's the second choice, guys. He's the second choice.
So, how about that tune? Will you let me hear it?
Are you sure you really want to hear it?
So ultimately, guys, you guys are gonna ask me what my final thoughts are. My final thoughts are that Luka is a bit of a simp. I don't want to completely define him as a simp because I think that he's genuinely a good guy. He does good things for his friends. We see him constantly be there for Julika, his sister, for his friends, for Adrien. He's just there. He's a good guy, so it comes from the bottom of his heart. However, the simp part comes into play when he's doing romantic things for Marinette and she's just not reciprocating those feelings, and she kind of plays with his heart, which is terrible on her behalf, but he allows her to. And I think the major difference between Lukanette and Adrianette is that Adrien kind of flirts with Marinette, but he doesn't fully let it be known. Like, we still don't know for a fact that Adrien has feelings for Marinette. We just have like an inkling that he likes her. And when it comes to Adrien lets Kagami know when he's not ready. He lets her know when to stop, when to go. He just lets her know. So things are transparent with that. And then Adrien is also transparent when he's saying that Marinette is just a friend. So ultimately, I don't want to give Luka the simp card, but he's inching like mighty close to it. But I think he does display simp-like behaviors, and I just want him to get his just due. I think that in all relationships there has to be a give and a take, and he can't always be the one given. The only time that we've seen him not, you know, completely giving everything to Marinette and she doesn't reciprocate anything was in that Silencer episode when she stood up for him and she was a good friend to him. So I don't think that since Luka has feelings for Marinette and does romantic things for her, that they should automatically be in a relationship. But I do think that if you have a friendship or you're trying to pursue someone romantically, it's up to them to reciprocate the favors, or it's up to you to just move on. And I think that Marinette should start, you know, reciprocating, being a good friend towards him and potentially being a good girlfriend towards him. Otherwise, he might as well just let it go. To be honest, like, he deserves to be happy, just like Marinette deserves to be happy. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Again, I'm gonna say it again. We are not using the dictionary.com version of a simp. We are not going to emasculate men. We're not gonna give into misogyny. We're not doing those things. We're gonna use the Urban Dictionary version of the word that basically says that a simp is a person, mainly a man, who gives out love to someone or gives out affection and just doesn't receive it back. So it's kind of like he's getting taken advantage of. But we're not saying that men can't showcase their feelings, men can't be sensitive. We're not saying any of that. I think they absolutely can, and they should have the freedom to do so, and they should be free to cry in public just the way women should be able to cry in public. Everybody needs to cry every once in a while without being judged. Yes. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think that Marinette takes advantage of him? Do you think that Luka knows that she has feelings for Adrien, so it's entirely onto him, and Marinette has no responsibility in his feelings? Or do you think that Luka needs to get it together, and if she can't reciprocate those feelings, Or if she can't be a better friend to him, then he should just dip. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye bye for now, little butterflies.